In America's health, when bed bugs attack, a recent survey of pest control companies found about 40% of bed bug problems now occur not in homes, but in commercial businesses such as clothing stores, hotels, or theaters. Are they in your favorite store? Take a look. You knew they were in hotels, homes, subways, but now these blood-sucking creatures have spread to offices. Bed bugs have reportedly made their way into the building that houses CNN and even some of your favorite stores.
I was wondering why it was closed. Bed bugs, really?
Earlier this summer, Hollister, a clothing store owned by Abercrombie & Fitch, discovered bed bugs in their New York City location. The store shut down, and a team of professionals was brought in to get rid of the problem. Victoria's Secret told us they decided to test their Manhattan stores for the insects. It found them in isolated areas and immediately took action. And then there's Bergdorf Goodman. The world-renowned luxury department store says they do not have bed bugs. But as a preventative measure, it hired a service with bed bug detecting dogs to supplement their normal pest control policies. According to a new study by the National Pest Management Association, 95% of pest control companies in the United States have encountered bed bug infestations in the past year. But why now? Why the increase? The association says there are many factors, including increased travel, less potent pest control products and methods, resistance to available insecticides, and lack of awareness.
Let's work, Rox. Come on.
Steve Hawkins of 5-Star Environments uses Roxy, a German Shepherd, to help identify the bugs for his clients.
She can identify the hot areas where the bed bugs might be based on the odor she detects. Good girl.
Hawkins says Roxy is a tool in the inspection process.
I don't go ahead and say you have bed bugs until I have evidence that there's something, a bed bug is there.
Critics say dogs are unreliable and that the false positives are through the roof.
What's important is that the dog is used correctly. The dog might hit, it doesn't mean they have bed bugs. One thing I try not to create is hysteria.
Well, bed bug infestation is difficult and expensive to treat, and if you can't prevent it entirely, early detection is the way to go. So here to teach us how to protect ourselves from bed bugs and how to spot them, our bug guy, our bug expert, Dr. Mike.
These guys give me the willies, Robin.
Ooh, first of all, tell us what they look like.
Okay, let's have a little lesson here. The adults are kind of a chestnut colored. They're about the size of a peppercorn. They leave behind, as they molt, as they grow, they leave behind shed skins. That's another clue you can use to find these guys. And finally, like, hey, every animal, they leave some stuff behind. These are the fecal deposits. They're nasty, but these will help with detection. Trust me.
Okay.
And
other than the that we all feel about them, they're not dangerous. They don't carry any kind of disease.
They don't carry human diseases, but they're frankly despicable. And the problem is there's a great variation in reaction. I react quite a bit to these things when I'm bitten, but we find that seniors and the elderly don't. And this is a problem because the bite is one of the first ways you know that you've got bed bugs.
And how do you know it's a bed bug bite and not a mosquito or something else?
Well, mosquitoes usually are biting me on my ankles, maybe on my arms. If you're waking up with bites on your neck, your torso, your legs, anywhere on your body, and these things are itchy, pretty good chance it's a bed bug. If it's the middle of winter, pretty good chance it's a bed bug and not a mosquito.
And also if it's a kind of like a straight line of some sort?
Sometimes they will line up on a sheet and they will bite in a straight line. That's another great clue.
All right.
Absolutely.
Talking about the sheets.
Sure.
Let's look at the bed here. What are we looking for?
If you're waking up with bites in the morning, the next thing you want to do is you want to toss the bed. What you're going to do is you're going to come down here, pull back the sheets. You're going to look for those fecal deposits on your sheets, those little spots.
Right.
But then inspect the ticking. Right down here is where the bugs or the shed skins or the excrement are found along that ticking. Also, another place you could see these guys, they like to hide in these little cracks up here on the headboard where the frame joins the bed. They'll sneak in those holes and hide out. You can peek in there with a flashlight.
And not just in our beds either, right?
Absolutely. They can be if you have people crashing at your place on the sofa, if you got a love seat, people are sitting there, they could be along the ticking. You might want to lift up the cushion and look for those signs we talked about.
All right, we have a lot of travelers that are here in our studio with us. So what should they be doing in their hotel rooms?
Okay, in their hotel rooms, now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to use this luggage rack, okay? Get it up off the floor. Robin, open this up for a second. I want to show you something. There's no bed bugs in there, trust me.
I fall
Trust
for that.
me.
Mike, I always fall for that with you, okay?
Okay. Put your dirty laundry, your clean laundry in bags you can seal. This will prevent those bed bugs from getting in there and for you bringing them home. And when you get home, the first thing you want to do, everything goes into the hot cycle, and then everything gets dried on the hot cycle of your dryer. Above 120, you're going to kill those bed bugs you bring home.
And you should also keep stuff off the floor in the hotel.
Absolutely.
rooms
Don't
and
put
things
stuff
like
on the floor. Let me show you two other things you
Okay.
can do.
Great.
At home, what you may want to do, what pest control operators recommend, is use these encasements. Put your mattress and your box spring in bed bug proof encasements. These will keep them from getting inside your mattress where they hide. It will force them on the outside. The other things, these are really slick.
What's that?
These are entrapment devices. You put them on the feet of your bed. The bed bugs crawl down or in. They get stuck inside. It makes it a lot easier to find them, and it's going to keep them out of your bed.
And this is a lot more economical because once you get them, wow, it's expensive to get rid of
Once
them.
you detect them, you have to call in a professional. You don't want to tackle this one by yourself. And frankly, bed bugs aren't just for bedrooms anymore. They're showing up in workplaces. They're showing up in libraries. They're showing up in clothiers.
Why?
And-
Why are we seeing this,
Well,
Mike?
it's just the rising tide floats all boats. There's simply more bed bugs now in people's houses as people travel to work or to shop. They're bringing bed bugs with them. It's not going to be cheap to get rid of these things. Everybody has to get on board with your pest control operator, your landlord. You got to help out to get this job done, but you can do it.
All right, great advice.
Thank you.
And you can take your little friends home with you when you go
I'm
back.
going to
all
leave
right?
these for you. No, those are yours. That's the
Man.
present.
You can find a complete list of resources to detect and get rid of bed bugs on abcnews.com/GMA. Plus, you can find out if a store, apartment, or hotel has had infestation. You'll be able to tell us how to do that, right?
Yikes.
All
Yeah,
on our
absolutely.
website. All right.
Yeah.